every occasion, every achievement and every festival has one thing in common. They are celebrated with sweets. The array of sweets, right from carefully prepared delicacies in a marriage to the traditional sweet curd given before any important event, is possible only because of the shimmering white crystals called sugar. We Indians can proudly claim that sugar is India's sweetest gift to the world. As the roots of the early sugar productions were found in our motherland as early as 325 BC. Today, sugar is the most consumed commodity in the world. Sugar is also one of the most important aspects in a country's progress, as it brings along with it great opportunities for employment, export and allied businesses. Envisioned in the year 1995, VISHWARAJ Sugars Limited is now known as VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited. In a very short span of just over 2 decades, today the company stands tall with the trust and confidence of millions of satisfied farmers who are the key to the exponential growth of this company.
It's my immense pleasure to welcome everyone to VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited. To brief you regarding the background of our institute. Our institute was incorporated in the year 1995 with an original capacity of 2500 TCD sugar unit with a cogen unit of 14.5 MW with a 35 KLPD distillery. Since then, we have grown 400%.
Started as an endeavor for the upliftment of the farmers, VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited is today one of the most integrated sugar industries in the country, manufacturing sugar and allied products like rectified spirits, extra neutral spirits, Indian-made liquor, vinegar, compost manure, carbon dioxide and power. Geographically, VSIL is located in Bellad-Bagewadi, Belgaum, in North Karnataka, which has been classified by the Government of India as a high recovery zone for sugarcane. The plant is surrounded by more than 50 sugarcane growing villages, producing around 28 lakh tons of sugarcane every year. The availability of ample water from the best of the water tables like the Hirankeshi, Ghataprabha and Krishna rivers further support the highly fertile land. The standard operating procedures of the company have made their unique impression in every aspect of operations. The production process here does not start with the machinery, but by educating the farmers.
In VISHWARAJ, we understand that farmers are the lifeline of our country. But the poor part is that the farmers are not being trained with good technology. In VISHWARAJ, we train them periodically with modern farming and also supply them with good seedlings and fertilizer, where the farmers can grow good sugarcane and prosper in their life.
VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited has a crushing capacity of 11,000 TCD. It is powered by the latest and most advanced technology, ensuring an uninterrupted high-quality production. Along with this, the company has sourced experienced and professionally qualified technicians for efficient management. We work in a blend of a traditional and ultra-modern environment, making the plant a very comfortable place to work in. Stringent production and quality norms are ensured at every level of the operation, right from the raw material sourcing to the packing and delivery of the final product.
We stuck to our basics. Our first focus was to ensure the best possible raw materials. Then we invested in competitive technologies to ease the production. This was followed by hiring brilliant brains in the industry and ensuring that they are motivated to excel in whatever they do.
VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited takes utmost care of its employees by providing them the best of facilities and upgrading their skills from time to time. The management of the company considers the well-being of the farmers and its employees to be their topmost priority. Top-class accommodation facilities, hygienic food through a well-equipped canteen, continual improvements through meetings and training, recreational facilities like volleyball and badminton courts, annual events, and special privileges for the kids and families of the employees are some of the many initiatives taken by the company. Self-sufficiency has always been an underlying aim at VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited. Eliminating dependency and creating the basic requirements in abundance help us to achieve higher goals without hassles. In order to become self-sufficient in power supply, VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited has set up a state-of-the-art cogeneration plant generating 37.4 megawatts of power. Till date, this cogen plant has been performing with absolute consistency. The plant utilizes 9 megawatts of power for its facilities, and the surplus power is supplied to the external parties like APTCL and ESCOM. Ultra-modern distillery is another feather in the cap of VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited. The distillery unit has an installed capacity of 35 KLPD of rectified spirit and 30 KLPD of neutral spirit, and we are expanding it to 70 KLPD. While proudly claiming to be a zero wastage company, we manufacture distillery products like rectified spirit and extra neutral spirit along with ethanol from the molasses. Along with this, we also manufacture high quality IML, that is Indian made liquor, under the brand names VSL Black and District 1. Besides the automatic bottling unit, the IML plant is also equipped with a patented Tetra Pak technology. The standalone quality testing laboratory helps in maintaining the quality of these products. The vinegar plant primarily manufactures vinegar from rectified spirit, which is used as a preservative while exporting raw vegetables and fruits. The installed capacity of the vinegar plant is 75 kiloliters per day. Aiming at further minimizing the wastage, the liquid waste from the distillery and the solid waste from the sugar unit are collected together in the composting yard. Here, it is properly treated to convert it into a high-quality compost manure. This manure is then supplied to the sugarcane growing farmers in the vicinity of the company. A carbon dioxide recovery plant has also been set up by the company to bring the overall wastage to near zero. The carbon dioxide thus recovered from the distillery unit is supplied for the industrial applications. VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited is a relentless process, fueled by an all-inclusive passion, powered by the peerless technology, excellence of an experienced professional team, and the proactive management.
VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries, with 11,000 TCD of sugar factory, with cogeneration, distillery, vinegar, also compost. We are making compost also.
With a primary focus on sustainable growth of the farmers, perfect understanding of their needs, and an aim to be the most advanced integrated company in the country, VISHWARAJ Sugar Industries Limited promises exponential growth in the years to come.
without much ado, I invite our chairman, Shri Ramesh Katiji, to brief the gathering and introduce about the company and its history.
We have started our sugar factory in 1995. That time, huge crop was there. When I was sugar minister of Karnataka, 7 months we have pressed the sugar cane up to July end. That much of sugar cane was there in Belgaum, but pressing capacity is lesser than what we go. That was the situation in 96. That's why we started 2000 sugar factory with 35 KL distillery, 15 megawatt power generation. Like this, we have started our journey to help the farmers and put the industry in our Krishna belt. Also, Hiranakesi, Gadavava belt, there are plenty of water is there. Well, once there is good water, good lands, we are going sugarcane only that time. We started our sugar factory. Up to now, we have reached up to 10,000 BC. Now we started our sugar factory and came to now. Last 24 years, we are running on a profit basis. We are making profits. We are saving among to our farmers also. Good price of sugarcane. Also, good benefits from our sugar factory to our farmers who have helped it. Like this way, we have started our journey. Now we are coming for a IPO to improve where we are losing money in interest only. That's why we came as a working capital. That in this, our full-time right, Mukesh will explain the whole thing. And thanks to everybody. Thank you.
I will now invite Shri Mukesh Kumar, full-time director of VISHWARAJ Sugar, to give a small corporate presentation and talk details about the company.
Good afternoon, everybody from media. I am Mukesh Kumar, Executive Director of the company. I have been associated with the company since the year 2003, when the sugar factory was yet to be established, and I have gone through all the ups and downs that the company has gone during this period. Now, I will give you a small presentation about the company, its facilities, and what we are doing these days. This company was incorporated as VISHWARAJ Sugar Limited in the year 1995. Today it is known by the name VISHWARAJ Sugar Industry. As you can see, the company is promoted by Katti family, and we have got manufacturing facilities in 130.85 acres of land, which has been allotted by the government of Karnataka exclusively for setting up sugar plant and allied products. We have manufacturing facilities all integrated in one location: sugar, power, distillation, IML, carbon dioxide bottling, vinegar manufacturing, and compost manufacturing. All is integrated in the same location, and we employ more than 900 people in it. We have got an integrated business segment with well-experienced experienced management, 900 odd people employed. And then we have 308 crores business done during the last year, out of which 11 crores odd was the operating profit during the year. As you can see, the company was incorporated in the year 1995. In 1999, the distillery license was granted to the company. 2001, the distillery commenced production. The sugar and cogeneration unit commenced production in the year 2006. IML manufacturing started in the year 2008. We enhanced the capacity from 2,500 to 5,500 in the year 2009. And we added another plant of 22 megawatt at that time. In the year 2016, we commenced the vinegar production. In the year 2017, we revamped the power purchase agreements with the ESCOMs. And in the year 2018, we started direction on the expansion of the distillery from 35 KLPD to 100 KLPD, which has not just been completed. The organization structure is very simple. There is nothing much to explain here. So I think we can go over with that. These are the promoters and the executive directors. We have all been introduced. The key managerial personnel, Mr. Malkarjan Pujara is the Chief Administrative Officer. He is associated with the company since the inception. Mr. Shesh Giri Kulkarni is the Chief Financial Officer. He is also with us for the last 15 years. Mr. Vinayak Bhosle is General Manager for Processing of Sugar. He is a relatively new person. Mr. Sunil Arwale, Civil Engineer. He is there since 99, 20 years. Mr. Charmalaya Hiramat, Senior Engineer, looking after the mechanical portions. He is also associated with us for the last 15-16 years. Mr. Vinasali Mulani, the distillery manager, he is there from the day the distillery has been in operation. And Sneha Patil, she is the company secretary for the last 10 years. So you see, apart from Mr. Bhosle, all our KMPs have been associated with us for a very, very long time. Now, if you look at the various segments, sugar is one segment, power is one segment, distillery and IML and vinegar. These are the four major segments that we can think of, other than the compost and the carbon dioxide. These are the cane varieties. This is right now the cane variety which you see as South India that we are getting. And the other is the cane variety 219, which is now prevalent in North India and which is being experimented in South India for its suitability to the region. The government of Karnataka has allotted us 49 villages to procure sugarcane for our sugar factory. These 49 villages are within the 15-kilometer radius of our sugar factory, from basically there from which we procure the sugar cane. But 100% we don't get from here. Some we procure from outside the cane area also. And now the total licensed capacity is 8,500, which is being increased to 11,000 TCD in this crushing season. Sugarcane is the only raw material that we procure, and from the top to bottom of sugarcane, we use it in our sugar factory. We don't let anything out, not even the distillery effluent. That is also consumed by us in our compost production. So it is a zero discharge facility. The sugar that we produce, all the grades M, S1, S2, depending on the size of the crystal, we are producing that. In the power generation segment, when we started our sugar plant, that time we set up a 14 megawatt power plant. In the year 2000, as I explained, we had another 22.4 megawatt power plant. For our in-house consumption, to run the sugar factory, the power plant and the distillery, we require about 9 to 10 megawatts of power. The excess power that we produce, we sell it to the grid. We pump it to the grid, and it is bought by all the other ESCOMs in the state. ESCOM, GESCOM, MESCOM, Chamundeshwari Electricity, and Mangalore Electricity Company. With them we have a power purchase agreement. As per that, they make the payments to us. Before the sugar unit was started by our company, we had started our distillery. That time we used to procure molasses from outside and convert it into rectified spirit and neutral spirit. Subsequently, after starting the sugar factory, the molasses was sourced from the sugar factory only. That was the 35 KLPD distillery. But as we increased the capacity of our sugar factory, our molasses generation also increased. Therefore, we thought the need to increase the distillery capacity also. So first we applied to get the environmental clearance for that distillery enhanced capacity, which we were accorded. Based on that, we applied to the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board to get the consent to establish the expanded capacity of the distillery, which we have got. And now we are ready to start operations when the next crushing season commences for the sugarcane crushing. That time we will have a 100 KLPD distillery operating in our premises. We have another product here, vinegar. Now, vinegar is not produced by any other sugar factory in the country. We are the only sugar company in the country which produces vinegar. This is a natural alcohol vinegar that we produce. The vinegar that you get in the market or in the restaurant and everywhere is synthetic vinegar. That is very harmful for health. This vinegar that we produce is a natural product. The word itself says natural alcohol vinegar. There is no chemical addition to the spirit that is produced from the distillery. From the distillery we take the rectified spirit and we ferment that spirit. The fermented spirit is vinegar. This vinegar is a very good preservative. You can keep products in it and the shelf life of the product can be expanded by 6 months to 8 months. In Karnataka there is a product called gherkin, small cucumbers. They are exported in huge quantity to Western Europe and to America. The journey time itself is 2 to 3 months. To preserve these gherkins, while they are being transported from India to the destination, this vinegar is used as a preservative. And most of the buyers of this vinegar are located in and around Karnataka only. So that is one special product that we are producing which no other sugar factory in the country produces. Our other products are carbon dioxide, which we tap when we are fermenting the molasses for manufacture of spirit. A lot of carbon dioxide is generated. If let out into the atmosphere, it will add to the green gases. So we tap it and we bottle it and we sell it to the industry. Press mud is generated from the sugar factory, where the mud that comes along with the sugar is segregated, and when this is mixed with the effluent generated from the sugar factory, it gets converted into compost. This is a natural compost, no chemicals added, very good for the farmers whom we resell back. And this year we have started sale of it to Karnataka government also. Another product is boiler ash. This is, we do not use coal as a fuel in our boilers. We use the bagasse generated by the sugar factory only as a fuel. So this bagasse, when it burns, it generates about 1.5% of ash. This ash is also very good for the farmers' fields. So the farmers only take us back this boiler ash. So as I said earlier, nothing goes waste from the sugarcane that we procure. From top to bottom, we consume everything and we use it. This is the financials of the company for the last 3 years. Till last year, we had a 8,500 tons crushing capacity. This year, going to increase to 11,000. We have got all the concurrence of the Pollution Control Board. Power generation is remaining same. Rectified spirit 35, which will increase to 100 KLPD. The Pollution Control Board has given us the consent to establish that. Neutral spirit 30, though we have got the environmental clearance for 75 KLPD, we have set up a 50 KLPD plant. IML will remain the same. Vinegar will also remain the same capacity. We will not be going through the future projections, so we will skip this. Now, so far the revenue model for our company has been sugar is 76%, cogeneration 7%, distillery 4%, IML 8, vinegar 4, other byproducts 1. Now this was for the year 18-19, wherein what happened was our distillery, since we were expanding the capacity, the distillery was not in operation. Therefore, the revenue of the distillery has come down here. Otherwise, the revenue we expect from the distillery to be in the range of 19 to 20%. And correspondingly, the sugar revenue will come down. The financial statements for the last 3 years. You will see that from March 17, there was a big drop in the March 18, and it has again recovered somewhat in March 19. What happened in April 17, 18, in the year 17, 18, sometime in July, August, the government introduced quota system for sale of sugar. Before that, we could sell sugar as much quantity as we wanted. So with the imposition of quota, that there was a restriction on how much sugar can be sold. That brought down the revenue. The top line came down because of this, because we had to carry more stock. I produced say 10 lakh bags, I could sell only 7 lakh bags. 3 lakh bags I had to carry over to the next year. So my cost of carrying also increased and my revenue dropped. That has affected the top line of the company. Expenses have more or less remained the same. Finance cost has increased of late because of the same reason, because I am carrying more stock. So I have to pay to the bank more money for that. Employee benefits are same. Depreciation is the same. This year there will be increase in depreciation on the top of the 100 KLPD distillery going online. So from profit of 6 crores in the year 17, we have paid our profit after tax. We have got an operating profit of only 11 crores in the year ending March 19. Balance sheet of our company financial statements, equities, non-current liabilities, short-term borrowings, all those. Now this is our proposed IPO, an issue of 1 crore equity shares, 10 lakh offering to the QIB, non-institutional investors 40 lakhs and retail portion of 50 lakhs in a price band of 55 to 60 rupees. The issue opens on 30th of September and closes on the 4th of October. These are the issue intermediaries, the legal advisors, the registrars to the issue, syndicate member, and the book running lead manager, Crime and Financial Services. the standard disclaimer. That's all. Thank you. If anybody has any questions, you may identify yourself or your organization. You can have an open house. Thank you.
Hello. Sir, I am Dilip Davda from Chittorgarh.com website. If I am not mistaken, you were planning your IPO when you were known as VISHWARAJ Sugar, maybe about 10 years back. But it never see the light of the day. And today you are coming under the name of VISHWARAJ Sugar. So can you explain why issue was not brought so far?
Mr. Dilip, the issue at that time was also proposed in the name of VISHWARAJ Sugar only. That the year was 2013. That time we had planned for capacity expansion of the factories. And subsequently we found that we can manage the capacity expansion without going forward. So as you see, that time the purpose of the issue was to expand the capacity from 5,500 to 11,000 TCD, which we have accomplished. The distillery capacity from 35 to 100 kmpg, that also we have accomplished. So though the issue never came up, we accomplished all those things which we had intended to do.
Now this time you are coming out with your offer which has only about 3 crore, 30 lakh shares as going as fresh equity and 70 lakh offer goes to it. So ultimately company is getting around 16 crore rupees, which is you are going to use for working capital. So what kind of expenses you are looking from working capital aspect?
Once we increase our capacity, we will require more working capital limits from the bank. That will require us to have additional working capital margin money. So this will be utilized for that purpose.
So in that case, I think you paid about 36.5 crore last year as interest. What is your debt?
36.5 crores was our finance cost. Yes.
So what is your current debt?
Our long-term debt is about 100 odd crores and short-term debt is about 225 crores.
And inconsistency in your top line and the bottom line you explained. So how the thing stands as of now?
Look, this year the scenario is different. What we think is that now the government has already come up with an export quota and has permitted for manufacture of ethanol from sugarcane juice or even sugarcane syrup on a partial conversion basis. Meaning that if I have got say 10,000 tons of sugarcane, I can use 1,000 tons of sugarcane also for ethanol making. And then I can get a rate of 59 rupees 48 paisa. Till last year this provision was not there. Provision was that you have to divert 100% of your juice for ethanol manufacturing to get this sale. Now the government has been a lot more lenient. It's giving us hope that yes, we can utilize our distillery for a much longer period and get a better rate from this. And in the balance we can use for the balance sugar that we are converting into sugarcane that we are converting into sugar. We can take the B-heavy route for molasses generation and then run the distillery for about 250 to 270 days while we are operating the sugar factory only for 110 days. So we are able to achieve that. The company does expect to perform much better.
Quota system still continue? Quota system still continue?
Yeah, this quota system as of today is
So what is your current inventory?
as of today we are holding about 5.5 lakh bags of sugar.
Revenue in market terms? Market terms, revenue
About 190 crores.
190 crore is revenue.
Sugar.
Okay.
So, I'm Jayakumar from Kaudi Group. So, liquor business is the most profitable business in the country. But liquor business is the most profitable business in the country. But see, your distillery share is only 4%. Why don't you increase your distillery production?
Sir, as I just said, the last year was an aberration because our distillery was not in operation last year. We were expanding our capacity of the distillery from 35 to 100 KLPD. And from the distillery, when we were doing these expansion works, the entire unit has to be sealed up. There should be no spirit kept there, nothing. So that is the reason why the distillery performance last year was less. It was an aberration for last year. The prior year, if you see, the distillery business was more than last year.
What is the expected production this year?
The distillery,
percentage-wise, your total share.
that is why I said that the distillery should grow up to 20% plus in the coming years. Not exactly 20% in this year, because already 6 months has lapsed. But in the coming years, from this year, no, you will see maybe about 10-12%. Then next year, 18-20%, something like that.
And regarding ethanol, see, are you in a position to supply ethanol to government as a fuel? At present, if there is a necessity, are you in a position to supply ethanol as a fuel? Or if so, what is your capacity?
The government has just come up with a tender for 511 crore of ethanol that they have asked for to be supplied from December onwards. The tender has come up last week. And the due date for the tender is 11th of October. As of today, we have got a license for manufacturing 35 KLPD of ethanol per day. We will definitely be participating in that tender. And as per the allocation made by the oil company, we will supply.
And what about the profit? What about the profit in production of ethanol for supply as a fuel? Per liter, see what is your production cost and how much you will get from state government? Approximate, percentage-wise.
This will be the first year for us to manufacture ethanol and supply to the oil companies. So we have got some workings with us that maybe 1 ton of cane will give us say 75 liters of ethanol, and with that at the rate of 59 rupees 48 paisa, the earnings should be in the range of 4,400 rupees per ton of cane. And we reduce the non-manufacturing expenses of about 300 rupees per ton of cane. So, yes, that will be our revenue from per ton of cane when we supply ethanol directly from sugar cane juice. Yes.
About the increase in alcohol production. Alcohol production. How much do you expect that will come down?
Sugar revenue. Sugar revenue, it should stabilize somewhere between 56 to 60%. Between 56 to 60%, the sugar revenue should stabilize. But not immediate, say in the 1920, maybe 1 year down the line. Because this year already 6 months have passed.
Managing Director, VISHWARAJ. I would like to thank each and everyone present
here, and hope to get the support from you for our IPO, which is being issued from 30th of September up to the 4th of October. And I believe in this short briefing of our company, we have been able to reach to each and everyone in a good manner. And on that note, I would like to thank everyone one more time, and request everyone to join us for the lunch session. Thank you.